of our lives. This is MacDonald Carey, and these are the days of our lives.
Ooh, I like that idea.
What the hell are you doing?
I just want to have this. I want to hear what you're saying. When you get married again, what kind of man are you looking for?
Well, I'm not looking for a man, really.
Well, you said in the Bible that you're going to get married again. So when you find your next husband, what will he be like?
Oh, I'm not looking for a husband, really.
I know you're not looking, but you just said you're going to get married again and have kids.
Yes, I said I could get married again.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not.
Well, if you're going to be around for another 200 years...
I think that's other count my age.
Then you better do something with that time.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or else you're going to be pretty bored. You're just
spotlight off of me.
hanging it. Oh, I didn't know the light was on. I'm sorry. Okay, the light's off.
What's that on for?
It was an accident.
What was it on for?
It's on for a video. I'm taking a video.
Not of me now.
No.
No, you're lying. You're lying to me.
You big what? Nut. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, God. What is that? What you doing?
Taking a picture.
Does that take us to that center hole?
Yes, right here. So, take a picture. Pose. No, you can do better than that.
Huh?
I'm not going to take it until you're nice.
Okay.
How about?
Do I look good? Do I look? I got to get some lipstick on.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, what are you doing?
Put lipstick on.
Okay, get some lipstick on. Wrong part. You're not. Don't keep on taking pictures of me.
I'm not taking any pictures. I haven't taken one yet.
Yeah, Miss Mary.
Don't smile. Okay. You ready? What pose is that?
I don't know.
How about a sexy pose?
Sexy. How do you look sexy?
Aw, that's sweet. That's a sweet pose. How about
Starting in on that again.
how about a I am woman, hear me roar.
I'm what?
I am woman, hear me roar.
Can be mean.
Yeah, mean pose.
I don't have to be mean.
Oh, 'cause you're just too nice. Today is Thanksgiving 2012, and we're here with my mom and grandma, and we're going to ask her some questions. Okay. What's your full name?
Mary Peterson.
Full name.
Mary Nedra Peterson.
And what's your maiden name?
Farmer.
So, how did you meet my grandpa?
I was looking at another man
Uh-oh.
when he bobbed into the picture.
He bobbed in? Because his name was Bob?
Nope, I didn't pay attention to him.
Where were you?
Well, he was with another fellow.
Where? Don't do that. Where was this that you...
Moline, Illinois.
Was it at a party or...
No. I was taking a walk one evening.
By yourself?
No. Another girl.
Okay. And you were
And
looking at another guy?
She was married. And we was walking. And I said, oh, there's Willard's car. Willard Nielsen. I'd come across kind of a crush on him because he went to our church, and I used to go with his son, our brother, Don.
Mm-hmm.
Don was out of town.
Here, look here. Look here when you're telling the story.
Huh?
Look here when you're telling the story.
What I do that for?
There's a green light.
What I want, why I have to tell you all my secrets.
They're not secrets.
It's
Well,
just
it
your
is a
life.
secret.
It's just your life.
Well,
She's
I'm
documenting
not
your life.
reporting my life at 94, almost 94 years old.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Anyhow,
Okay, so
but
you
I
saw...
didn't pay any attention to him. The two guys was in the front seat. We rode out by the airport and went right around like that. And finally, and I guess Bob found out he wasn't making any progress. So we all went home. Next time I saw him, I went to the Coliseum to the dance. They're taking a history of my life.
Keep going.
We're not talking about,
My life history.
you happened.
And I went with this Alice Liebens, and I went to the Coliseum over in Davenport, Iowa, to the dance.
Mm-hmm.
They always have big dances over there. And we got there, the first person I run into was Bob. But he had all standing dances with different girls,
Mm-hmm.
So finally, he says, if you come back tomorrow night, I'll take you home.
Take you home.
Well, I didn't get to dance with him, but I got to, he gave us a ride home.
Oh, a ride home. Okay.
That's right. And so I went over to the dance. I see him he all these standing dances, like he'd have with a Dorothy, say for instance. He'd have number 2 dance,
Mm-hmm.
and next one he'd have
Like a dance card.
yeah. So finally I said, if I'm going with you, looks to me like that I deserve the first dance. And from then on, he didn't carry. dance cards.
I thought it was the lady that carried the dance card.
Well, I don't know who had them, but anyhow, that's the way it was.
All right, so
And I started going with him.
where did you get married?
Parsonage of the Baptist Church
How many people?
for
Only 4 people were there? You didn't have a,
no big wedding.
no big wedding?
But everybody from work got out, took off, and I was standing where we were going to get our picture taken down at the studio on Fifth Avenue there in Moline. And everybody was there with stuff to throw at us and followed us in the cars and went up to his aunts. His aunts were old maid aunts, you know, and it was going there, went there, and they come to the door and wanted to know if they could tie some stuff on the car. And my aunt says no. I don't know if they did or not.
Okay, so where did you go to school?
Atlanta, Missouri.
Were you in any clubs, or did you play any sports?
Well, I thought you meant when did I start to school? Yeah, I played basketball.
Basketball? How tall were you? You're not very tall.
No, about 5'3.5".
5'3.5".
I was a good basketball player though.
Any other clubs or sports?
Very active in my church.
Okay. How did
I
you?
was a singer.
Oh, that's right. How did you learn to drive?
How did I learn to what?
How did you learn to drive? Who taught you how to drive?
You think? I guess, I don't know. I guess Bob showed me how. I'm very good learner. I'm a very good learner.
What kind of car?
Now,
No, what kind of car did you learn to drive
God,
on?
I don't know. I didn't drive until when he went into service. When Ruth Ann, she's born 10th of January. He had to go into service. Spit up a piece of coconut. He had to go into service, and it was 5 years before I was even with him on our anniversary.
Oh, you didn't see him for a whole 5 years?
I saw him, but I wouldn't be on our anniversary. Always gone for deers or something. In the service. And John Deere, when he was there, he was over the cost department. Now he had all of Iowa. And one anniversary, he was in Iowa for 2 weeks after over our anniversary. So it was 5 years before I was with him.
Wow.
Then I fell flat on my face on the floor.
That day?
Well, I met him when he got home from service. Met him in Chicago. And there was a mix-up on, I told him where we'd be. And he thought he was to meet the plane. And I thought he was going to meet me at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to the hotel and he wasn't there. And he finally came up there and had bought all new clothes, beautiful dress, and we was going to go to the Aragon or what was it, one of the dances there at night. Get out off the dance floor, and the dance hadn't started yet, and there's a crowd of people around us, and I was standing right in front. And when they started playing, I didn't realize there was a step down, and I fell flat on my face on the dance floor. Corsage went, and I mean, I fell flat. I was so embarrassed. Oh, I was so embarrassed.
And that was your first time seeing him too, right?
Yep,
After
I just fell for him right there.
you fell for him.
Okay,
Um,
that's enough.
no.
There.
Tell
there's
me.
There's your medicine.
Oh, no, thank you.
What is that?
Tequila rose.
What is it?
You just stick your tongue in it. Or you stuck your tongue in it. Just a little.
I just took my pill.
I know it's not gonna be enough if you just taste just a tiny little. Put your lips to it. Strawberry.
It is.
Strawberry cream.
I got enough this good.
Well, a little nipple.
No way.
All right.
That's
What was your house like when you were little?
And what was what?
What was your house like when you were little?
What it was like?
Yeah.
Oh,
The farm.
no. Little like just there was a kitchen, 2 small bedrooms, and a living room.
So the kids in one room.
Well, there was 3 bedrooms. You see, there was a kitchen, and it had a table in it, also, and a little tiny bathroom. Finally got a bathroom. Used to have outside toilet.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about Grandma's house? That bathroom didn't come around until
I said,
I remember.
I know that. I just said that we had the outside toilet for so long,
Well, when she was
and
growing
they had,
up.
and on the other side of that, finally, and they finally did get a little bathroom, and it was little. Then they had a little bedroom on the other side of it.
Stop that.
And then you go through the door, and there's another bedroom, fairly decent size. Then they had a little living room. Well, then they finally had another bedroom added on to that living room.
They extended
And
the living room
extended
first.
the living room farther out. So
And then added the bedroom onto
they,
that.
then
extra
Donnie
living
got a
room.
hold of it, and Donnie ruined everything.
What do you mean?
Well, he just tore the house up.
Grandma died. Donnie was there and he didn't take care of it.
What was Christmas like
But,
when you're a child?
one year I got when I was little.
Little.
Oh, I was little. I got a Cupid doll, a beautiful doll. And Mom put a ribbon around his neck and hung it on the wall. Because I was rambunctious. And I would beg for that doll and beg for the doll. So one day, Mom said, well, I'll let you hold it for a minute. But you be good to it. So she handed me the doll. It come down and broke.
What was it made of?
Well,
Porcelain or something?
it was a China doll. It was
Oh.
a gorgeous doll.
It was a boy doll?
Girl doll.
Girl.
And it broke it all in pieces.
Did it have a name?
I don't know if it did, and I didn't have any more after that.
That was back when they made the dolls out of China.
Mm-hmm.
Mom,
What
Mom
was
awful.
another present?
Huh?
What was another present?
What's another what?
Present.
Oh, Dad made us a sled piece. And one was painted red, and one painted and trimmed in green, one was painted green, trimmed in red.
Mm-hmm.
For Derwin and I,
Just for you two?
the two of us.
What about the others?
Well, it was too far down the road. Dad was 35 when I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Then Derwin came, he was 2 years younger than me. Then Theta was 5 years younger than me. She was sick. She had pneumonia and she had polio and I don't know what else she had. She was sick for a long time. Then there was 8 years between her and Val.
Between you and Val or her and Val?
Uh,
Between Theta and Val or between
Theta and
you
Val.
and Val?
Between Theta and Val, Val is 80 and Theta's 80,
So between her and...
Yeah.
88. And then there was Donnie. Well, before they had Donnie, Mom had another baby that was born with, what do you call it?
Tail?
No, it was, only lived 6 months. Beverly. And it was
Heart disease?
I can't think what was wrong with it now.
What, did she have a heart disease?
They had to
Condition?
take it to St. Louis. They couldn't raise its head. They had to keep it tilted, head down, feet up. Couldn't breathe. It couldn't. What is the name of it? Anyhow, they took him to St. Louis to the hospital because they had a hospital for it that time, and it died while it was there. That killed my folks, and they bought the casket and held that casket in their lap all the way home in the car.
That's sad.
And Mom, she grieved so bad that she'd walk 2 miles to the cemetery almost every day. Just grieved. And I knew then, by God, I bet she'll get pregnant. Sure enough. And she got pregnant with Donnie. A little fart. And talk about little, he was about the size of Matt
Max.
when he was born.
Max.
I said Matt. He was about the size Matt was.
It's Max.
Max. So, and
You already had Ruth Ann, right?
Ruth Ann, when she was a year old,
When Donnie came?
and Donnie was a year older than her,
Oh, a year older.
from January to February. His birthday was 27th of February, and hers was the 10th of January. And we went back there, and Dad's holding Ruth Ann like this, then her big girl, she weighed 9.5 pounds at birth. And here he's sitting over here, little squeak, little fart. You would never known that they was only a year's difference in their ages.
You remember about Donnie, don't you, Bobby?
Oh,
He
Barely.
used to go to Al's with us.
And I'd
Or he was
take
living
Ruth
down
Ann
there
back
when
there.
we go to the pool.
Barely.
Donnie was living at Val's house when I used to take Bobby and BJ over to, Val's house up there by Metro Center.
Right across the street from where you turn to go north, from the folks, where the folks lived, was well, it was always mud puddles and mud, water always standing in the road. I had dropped off Ruth Ann, was down there to spend some time with Mom and Donnie. I was working, and she cleaned them up and gave them a bath and told them to behave themselves and stay put in the yard. Pretty soon there was a knock at the door, and she went to the door. Four eyes looked at her and said, "Grandma, we've been swimming." They'd gone down and gotten that mud hole, and they were covered with mud and water over them. We've been swimming. Both of them. Poor Mom.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough.
Are you getting tired?
No,
Well,
my life history is very short.
no, it's not.
94 years of it's gone. Now what are you
What
looking
kind
at?
of, what was it like during the Depression?
Huh? During Depression.
The Depression.
Well, my dad put in a lot of garden. We just ate everything there was. He put in peanuts. He put in, you name it, he planted it.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have refrigeration, so he dug a big hole in the ground and put a lot of straw in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he put bushels of apples in there, and he put all kinds of stuff that you could keep in cold weather in there. And so we always had. My mother could make a pound of ground beef go farther than anybody.
Ground beef?
There's a step out there.
Yep, she could make it go farther than anybody. She could make a dinner for 15 people with a pound of ground beef.
Wow.
That's what I said, she could make it go farther. She was a good cook.
All right. Let's see. What was your first job?
Dishonest printing company, Moline.
Dishonest printing company?
Dishonors.
Designers?
They did printing for John Deere. Dishonors printing company.
What did you do?
Well, let's see. My cousin, you've heard me speak of Aunt Doshi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, her daughter, Delcy, she died shortly after I moved out there, but she was boss of the third floor in the bindery. And she was my boss. And I fibbed to get the job.
What kind of
Well,
fib did you
you
tell?
were supposed to have relatives that work in there.
Oh.
And I went to Mr. Miller, the head honcho, and first time I went in, he said, "How old are you?" I said, 18, and I was, so I was out of school. He said, "You don't look a day over 16. No, you're too young." I didn't get the job. I just dressed ordinary. So I went home, and Delcy says, "We'll fix you up." She brought out an older looking dress that I could wear. dressed me up with heels. And I don't know whether I had sunglasses on or what. I had my hair fixed different. And I went down to see about the job again. Well, he didn't recognize me.
What?
And wanted to know if I had anybody working there, and I said no. And I got the job. And I got all the stinking work there was around there. But she didn't want anybody to know that we was related.
What kind of work did you do? What kind of work did you do?
Well, they had printers.
I know, but what did you do?
I'll tell you all day, if you'll give me time. You had to put the papers together, you know, so they could go through the printer or staple them or whatever they're going to do to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to gather up the paper, like there'd be maybe 10 sheets of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I go pick up that, there's one, do another one. Or I just any small job. So
Did you like that job?
I didn't like it especially, but I made 32 cents an hour. 32 cents an hour. I started.
How many hours did you work a day?
8. And I paid Enid $5 a week board and room. So I didn't have much money left.
How old were you?
18.
How old were you when you met Grandpa?
20. I think 20, I think, around 20.
Did you date anyone else before?
Oh, yeah.
Who else?
Used to go with Don Nielsen, went with Willard's son. I went with I'm nuts over this one kid. What was his name now? Shoot.
Did you love any of them?
No, but Ruth Ann, Mary Joyce went with his brother. What was their names?
You're not talking about Don and Willard.
No.
Harry?
Harry? No, they used to work up at the little store and restaurant where your dad used to buy his gas all the time. About 15th Avenue or something like that. I'm trying to think. I'll think of it in a few minutes.
Did you date a guy named Harry Hansa?
That's Hansa. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to think about.
I said Harry.
Not Harry. His name is Henry. Henry Hansa. Henry Hansa. And he was a doll. God, he was cute.
A doll?
But he was a year or so younger than me.
Is that a no-no? Was that a no-no?
No, well, I thought a lot of his dad was an awful nice guy. And Mary Joyce went with Franny Hans. Franny Hans is the one that Mary Joyce went with. He was the older than Henry. And
How about your first kiss?
my first what?
First kiss.
Kiss?
Yeah, kiss.
I don't know.
How do you not know?
I don't know who it was.
It was probably Henry. Or was there one before Henry?
I don't know.
Any in high school?
Pardon?
Any boyfriends in high school that you kissed?
No, I didn't go to high school with the boys. I was too involved at church. When I was in high school. That's in Missouri.
What about the first time you got drunk?
And I what?
Got drunk.
Oh my lordy. I didn't drink till I met your Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Never had anything to drink till I met your,
Grandpa.
yes, it'd be your grandpa.
What kind of a wedding did you have?
Small.
Small?
Just got married in the parsonages of the church. Baptist Church in Moline. You know where the library is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the church used to be right across the street from there. But I got married in the church parsonage was the preacher's house, which was up about 5 houses up the hill. That's where I was married. And he had a bunch of kids. And those girls were wild as March hares.
What
They were
about,
wild.
what about, let's talk more about prices of things.
About what?
Prices. How much was your first car?
For how much was it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have no idea.
Why?
Why would I? You mean how much it cost?
Yeah,
Well, why would I know?
because you bought it.
I didn't buy it. I bought it.
How about the house?
Same thing. We bought the house.
You weren't involved?
We had it built
Oh.
The one on
out here.
15th Avenue, no, we're talking about the
Your
house
first
on
house.
15th Avenue. 14, 15, 27th Avenue.
That's up
That house,
That's up there.
that was your first house, right?
That's right.
How
Peter's.
much did it cost?
Seemed like it was 20. Oh, I don't remember. It wasn't very much. It's built by Petersons. They had all that land up there.
So, how much did the house cost on 52nd Street Court?
That, I think we gave 23 or 24,000 for us all.
On the one on 52nd Street? So obviously the other one was quite a bit less than that, then.
No, I don't remember how much it was. I couldn't tell you.
What about
Right
like
off
your wedding dress?
What?
Your wedding dress?
My wedding dress?
Mm-hmm. How much did that cost?
It was
I
a
don't
suit.
even know what color I got
It
married
was a
in.
suit.
Mm.
It was a suit.
Huh?
It was a suit. It was a suit. You wore a suit for your wedding.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it was a suit. I've seen those pictures of you and Dad, you know, on your wedding day. Seems like it was a suit.
I had on my coat, a black coat with that white piping around the front. It was in April, it was cool.
Did you have a dress on underneath?
And I had a dress on, but I don't know what the color the dress was. I know I was almost late getting to the church, or to the parsonage to get married. Doris and Jim Glenn stood up with us.
If you could go back and try any profession,
For profession.
what would you do?
I started a profession. I don't think I'd do anything.
What?
I don't know what I'd do. What would you do if you could start over?
Yeah, Bobby. What would you do if you could pick anything and you couldn't fail at it right now?
I couldn't fail.
You couldn't fail. You would just be. What would you do?
I would be
Tomorrow when you woke up being able to do this.
I would be a designer
A designer.
of all different kinds of things. Housewares, furniture, clothes, accessories, jewelry, everything.
That'd be nice.
Be fun.
Now, I would like to help somebody. Now, what would the line of work would you want to get into for that?
You wanna
I'd like to
help?
be helpful, to help people.
Charity.
Oh,
Charity.
Red Cross or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who was running for president when you were first able to vote, and
Oh my God,
who did you vote for?
Roosevelt. I was a Democrat until he
Woohoo! Let's just
until
end
he,
it
Yeah.
I was a Democrat
Say no more.
until he got in there for the third term,
here. Yeah.
and he turned so crooked that I turned Republican.
Yeah.
This is FDR.
And that's one thing that Steve never turned. He's still a Democrat.
Amen.
And he, so
What went wrong?
I said to them when they went on vacation, this time to Spain,
That's
I
right.
said, for God's sake, don't mention politics.
They all like Steve.
I said, 'cause
They all
he-
like Obama.
and he loves Obama. And I said, don't eat. And you know
Yeah,
that-
Europeans
and
love
I have
Obama.
watched that thing about Obama, you know, where he's the one that caused all this problem.
Oh, he did.
And yeah, and I've
Stirred it
seen
all
it
up
from day
himself.
one. And I've watched it like a hawk. I said something to him about it. He says, well, there's nothing wrong with him. You're watching a movie. He thought all this time that this has been a movie.
Oh.
And he's
doesn't
watched
know
football, and he didn't know this was going on. He still doesn't.
He just lives with his head in the sand.
I said,
Stephen.
my God.
Stephen R.
You think I'm
Peterson.
watching a movie? You're nuts.
Okay.
So I said, don't mention politics on your trip.
Right.
Well, they knew better than to say anything about politics. They didn't know nothing.
Oh, is that right?
He didn't know nothing. He still doesn't know. He thinks I'm watching a movie. And wait till he wakes up and finds out that they're having a heck of a time. Now they've got them where Israel is not going to fight anymore.
Well, they're in the
Yeah.
ceasefire.
So
Thank God.
I was wondering what was going on.
They're playing nice.
Me, I'd have that turned over to that program right that quick. I used to go to the movies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to have a theater there on 15th Street, B or A or whatever it is, Roxy Theater right there before you get ready to go down the hill of Moline. And I used to go to that theater every Wednesday. They had Wednesday night drawings, you know, where you win money.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to the shows all the time. My dad was a good singer. My dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I used to play the piano,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd harmonize, sing
What
together.
songs would you sing?
Church music.
Any popular ones?
Oh, yeah. Can't think of the name of it though. How Great Thou Art.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the most beautiful songs there is. And that was sung at my mother's funeral, I think. I wasn't here for her funeral. I was over watching You Be Born.
Her funeral was at the same time?
Yeah, she died while I was over there. and it was too far for me to have to come.
Was she
back.
sick?
She had cancer real bad,
Oh, what kind?
all over.
What do you think about me?
What did I think about you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the day that, well, it was the third day that you was born. Oh, they had a dog. You know,
Tiki.
yeah. And that poor dog. It had always been such a favorite of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally got to a place where they even tied him out outside by himself.
Oh.
Mistreated him. Anyhow, I thought she was awful cute. But the dog was jealous of you.
Yeah.
We lay on the floor on a blanket, and we'd be down there by you, either Ben or me or your mom,
Mm-hmm.
and to keep the dog from wallowing you, to get used to you.
What about, tell me about my headboard.
That headboard I had made.
You had it made? When?
It was at the 23rd Avenue, Olean,
Mm-hmm.
at this,
But like what year? Or around what time?
well, it was before I ever got there right close. You know where it is there. Let's see. I'm trying to think what year it was. Right out close to where I used to play bowl. It was right after, shortly after we bought the house on 53rd Street Court.
Okay.
Shortly
52nd?
52nd Street Court. And that was in,
In the 50s or the 60s?
Yes, wait a minute. I left there in 75. Oh, I
Okay,
say,
who wants pie, who wants brownies?
nothing.
Nothing, please. I'll have some later.
What are you gonna have later?
What? I don't know, pie.
What else, what else they got?
Brownies and pie.
I don't
Mom,
know.
what year,
Brownies and pumpkin pie.
what year did she move to the 52nd?
I was 7,
50,
so that would have been 57.
1957 was when you moved there.
Okay, it was about 1957 or 58.
So that was your headboard in your master bedroom for a
what?
long time?
At what?
That was your master bedroom headboard for a long time?
That's the one I had made right away. Because Doris, the one that was the teacher that had the, kids in her basement.
She taught kids in the basement?
Yeah, she was a teacher, and she had, I know that Kelly, Kevin both, I put them in that school when they was about 4.
Mm-hmm.
And, but she had one made, and I loved it so much that I went and had mine made.
Okay. And there was two twin beds. Or was it 2 full beds?
What?
That fit
It fits the 2 twin beds.
2 twin beds.
Did you see if they want coffee?
Did she bake the pie herself?
Did you make the pie yourself?
No, that would be no.
She bought it.
I did make the brownies.
She made the brownies.
I don't want any dessert. I'm full.
Me too.
But that's how old that's
Tell me about your favorite kind of food.
Favorite kind of food?
Favorite kind of food. What would be your last meal if you had to choose a last meal?
Oh gosh. Taco Bell, I guess.
Her last meal.
And by the way,
How could it be your favorite last meal when you just had Thanksgiving dinner?
just a minute, I'm going to tell you something. Remember what? Remember you told me I wanted to get one? Well, I ate my beans and I ate my taco.
She got two.
I know I did. Now wait a minute.
She ate her beans, she ate her taco.
I'm not going to yell for her. She can't hear me.
You ate the other taco too?
No.
So you're saying she was right?
Yep, she was right.
Oh, yeah, she didn't eat it?
She's saying you're right.
I'll tell you what I did with it.
She
If
did
you'll
that
come,
one other time.
come here, I'll tell you what I did.
She doesn't want to yell.
I didn't waste it.
No, be serious. What would your last meal be?
I have no idea.
What do you mean, what's the
What
last
was a
meal?
favorite something
you
that
know
your
what?
mom made?
This one girl, that she's good to me, and she come in, always come in, "Ooh, Mary, Mary," and she hugged me, and always does that. And I still had dishes in the sink and a bunch of crap on the cupboard top, and I had that taco. And I said to her, "What'll you do for me if I give you a taco?" I got taco. Could I have a taco? And I said, "Yeah, I'll give you a taco." She said, "I'll clean up your kitchen.
She wanted
I'll do
some
anything.
cold Taco Bell?
Anything you want, anything else you want." She washed my dishes. She cleaned up the kitchen for me. I gave her the taco, and she come in 3 or 4 times then to see if I was all right, and come in this morning to wake me up. So she deserved her little taco,
I think she got the raw end of the deal.
but I was full. But after that, I sat there and ate an ice cream bar.
Tell me about a time that mom got in trouble. Big
Think
trouble.
hard on that one.
What?
She said you have to think hard on that one.
I was thinking about more about Ruth Ann, Ruth Ann and Sandy.
Because I didn't get in trouble.
That's right. She didn't get me in trouble.
I was too afraid.
I'll tell you the one time that never saw her so scared as when she went to Minnesota. When you got to go up there for your training, remember, Sandy? That you got to go up there. You and what's the girl who went with you? Jackie. Anyhow, and Sandy was always so timid, really shy and timid. And she went up there and she came home and, boy, she was not shy like she used to be. And she was meeting all different kind of people. There's one colored girl there that she liked real well.
Mom, Grandma's talking about a colored girl that you liked real well.
Okay.
And she came home and was telling about this colored girl. And she said she wants me to come and see her. And I don't know where she lived.
Washington DC.
Whereabouts?
Washington, D.C.
Okay, so she flew there to be
You
with
need to
her
be telling
family.
these stories. This is your life, not mine.
And when she got there, there wasn't a white person there. It was all blacks.
In Washington? There's a lot of black people in Washington.
at her party. At the party she was going to with this girl.
Oh,
Surprise birthday party.
It like to scared the shit out of her. And she made some excuse that she couldn't stay, you know, and she flew back. She never heard from her after that.
did you ever have a black friend? Did you ever have a black friend?
That's black friends. There was a black friend that worked at John Deere. That worked in the office down there.
A woman or a man?
Man, and he knew your dad, Grandpa, and he was an artist. He'd sit there and draw pictures. He'd drew a picture of Ruth Ann when she was little.
What was his name?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. I don't remember. Well, sure. I mean, and where I was just now, before I come here, or wherever I am,
Oasis.
yeah, they didn't have anybody. Wasn't a white person worked. It was all black. They was from Africa, all of them.
Oh, really?
Every one of them. When I got over at the Oasis, I thought, oh my God, they're all white people. Now they're getting black ones in there too. So, the one that waited on me this morning was black, brand new.
She nice?
She's very nice, but she didn't know shit from Shinola. That's what's
About what?
About anything. Medication, for one thing.
Oh.
And that's what scares me.
Well, she's new. She's got to learn
Well,
what you take.
but will she learn it in time?
Do you have any regrets?
Huh?
You have any regrets?
Regrets about what?
Your life? Wouldn't do
No.
anything different?
I don't think I've done anything too out of proportion. Have I been too awful in my lifetime?
Favorite color?
Pink.
I think you always choose blue.
I don't like blue like I do pink. Never did.
Always had blue bedrooms.
I know, but I don't
You're
know why.
wearing blue.
I think that's because Doris, the one that had the bed made, hers was blue.
Oh, you got it the exact same one?
Just about, they're almost identical.
Who's your favorite brother or sister?
You have a favorite brother or sister?
Yes, you do.
No, I didn't.
There's plenty to choose from.
My brothers and sisters. No, I didn't have any favorite. Thought just as much of one as I did the other.
How's Val doing?
Val's doing okay, I guess.
Where is she?
Missouri.
She living alone, or
Yep,
is she
yep.
living?
Her
What
kids-
about Theta?
She lives in Missouri. And
What?
her husband's alive. He's the same age as me. And he can't stand up, stand straight. He's in a wheelchair. If he stands up, he falls backwards.
You have vertigo?
But
Does he have vertigo?
he's been that way for a long time. I don't know what's the matter with him.
I love Bob.
He looks just exactly like he did 30 years ago. And his mind is as straight as a string. I mean, he never forgets nothing. He looks the same age he did 30 years ago. He never forgets nothing.
He's a nice
But
man.
he can't stand straight up. He was 94, 30th of September.
What about Betty? Betty and Derwin.
They're
Is
in
Derwin still
Kansas-
alive?
They're in Kansas City. Derwin still puts in about 80 tomato plants in his garden.
Mm-hmm.
Try to bend over and put 80 tomato plants in there when you're 92 years old. Ouch. My legs are...
How old is Betty?
She's the same age as Theta. I I gotta straighten my legs out. My legs are cramping.
Oh, this is getting dark. Can't
Yep,
see you
yep.
anymore.
What's that thing?
That's the
Oh,
cursor.
I thought it was something flying around there. Yeah, it's too dark to do that anymore.
All right.
We'll do that again sometime.
Okay.
On my 98th birthday.
Well, it's not your birthday. It's
I said-
Thanksgiving.
When I'm 98,
How old are you now?
93,
How old am I?
30, seven.
No.
How old are you?
Younger. 36.
36.
Yeah.
I thought you was older than that. 'Cause
Do I look older than that?
I think that BJ is 35.
BJ is 34.
4. It's her that's 35.
Yeah. No, she's.
Yeah, she's older than him.
I know she's older, but I think she's.
She's 35.
Oh, she is?
Am I right on that?
Is Camille 35 or 36?
35.
35.
BJ's 30.
I'm nobody's dummy.
Hmm?
I'm not dumb.
Well, you try to say that I'm 37. Do I
Well,
look 37?
I thought maybe about BJ was 35, but he's a year younger than her. And that would make you, you're 2 years difference.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that would make you, if he's 35, that'd make you 37, wouldn't it?
Well, that's
2
a,
years difference from BJ.
it's a roundabout way to say things.
So there it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I got 7 grandchildren
And great-grandchildren?
and great grandchildren. I don't know where you stop, where you put a stop to it or go to it.
How many great-grandchildren does Grandma have?
How many what?
Great-grandchildren.
Well, that would be
Well, I've got
Kevin and Kelly. Their kids. So Kelly has 2
Chris
boys.
has a kid.
Kelly
Kai has a kid.
has 1.
Kai has 3 kids.
3, 4,
Kinda, yeah.
6 from Ruthan's.
Well, how
No,
about
no, and Kevin.
how about all of Dennis's?
7, 8 from
Dennis
Ruthan's
is-
kid.
Sandy Dennis's kids call me grandma just like the rest of
Let
them.
me just finish the count, okay?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
8
She's
from Ruthan's
counting.
kids, 8 great grandkids from Ruthan. None from
I tried to
Steve
figure
yet.
it out the other day, but I.
Me, she's got Max and
Chico.
and Dennis and
And soon
Michael.
to have another.
Huh?
Soon to have another from BJ.
Actually, it's the 5 kids. No, those are great. Those are the
Oh, great.
grandkids. Because Randy would be considered the grandson, just like you. So the great, that's what we're counting, right?
Yeah, the great.
So 8 with Ruthann, and for me, it's Max and the 5 kids over there.
Sandy, when I,
6, 14.
No, they're not. No, the great grandkids are the Dennis's grandkids.
No.
Sandy,
Well,
Yeah, for her. For her.
Sandy,
Yeah.
when I go up there, those kids.
Randy and
When I go up
Shannon.
there, those kids call me grandma just like the others.
no, I'm counting them, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm counting them. So Randy's got 5 kids. Those are the ones we're talking about. Same as Kevin's got 2 kids. So Randy's got 5. And I've got 1. So that's 6. And then 8. So it's 14 great grandkids. And great would be Justin's got 2, Michael's got 2, 4, great.
What about his daughter?
Oh, and I forgot about Shannon.
Yeah.
Well, no, Shannon has 1, then, so, Shannon's on the 14 plus, Shannon's got 5. 19 great grandkids,
Has Grandma ever met them?
and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great. No,
Add that on. Think I got enough? Let's make that the last question.
Okay. The math is the last question. All right. Say,
That's the end of it.
tell me something really nice about myself.
Tell you
Tell
something real nice.
Tell me how much you love me, and then we'll
I
turn
tell
it
you,
off.
I couldn't love you any more than I do right now.
Aw, love you too.
And I love you.
I love you more.
No,
Mwah.
don't love me more.
Okay.